Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Comment Dense podcast. Specifically and hilariously, we're up to episode 45 of the Comment Dense podcast. And there we go. We have Lemming is very small.
My 45!
45
This episode 45.
Oh,
Look,
point 0.45.
Yeah,
somebody's
noisy,
gonna cut that.
noisy cricket.
There's a cricket.
That's what you call fun-sized.
I mean, it certainly is fun
Voice
size.
telling
It's wee.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name, of course, is Ebac, and I'm joined, by, of course, with Burr, Lemming, and Shadow. We're going to comment densely upon various topics that have been happening over the last month, mostly talking about Gamescom, although we do have probably other things. I do have something I do want to bring up, which came out today, which I think was like a ludicrous thing to say. But here we're going to go. Let's kick off, though, with how we got.
No, sorry.
I kind of feel that after the shitty July, we had a very chill August, and I'm happy about it.
Oh, yes, me too. Let's start off with something a bit positive, which is what we've been playing recently. Unconventionally, I'm going to start us off.
Yay.
I've not been... just, you're glad because you don't have to immediately kind of be put on the spot. So I've not been playing much lately. I've been playing some Star Trek Resurgence, which you people have been seeing me play because you can watch me. You can probably watch episode 1 right now on Twitch, or if you're on the VOD, you probably can catch this back. Actually, by the time this VOD goes up, you would be able to watch the Star Trek stream. So yes, you can come watch that. As for other things, it's been a bit of a quiet month for me actually, gaming wise. I've been focusing on other projects. Things. Hello, Drifting. See you there in the chat. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Let me check let me check the Steam because I played Revenge of the Savage Planet. That was fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
That
very
was fun.
silly. I loved it.
That was-
that was hilarious.
That was very silly, hilarious, perfect. Played it with Weird FW. 10 out of 10, no notes. Really fun and enjoyable.
Discovered all the places where you shouldn't yet go.
Yes, precisely. There's that, and I also been playing a little bit of Pacific Drive because for some strange reason that's a roguelike that I get behind. But yeah, to quote the joke that I keep going weird is, I may live, but the car will survive. The car must survive.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I have a question to you, Mr. Edak.
oh yes, go on.
In comparison to A, other Star Trek games that you've ever played, and B, other Telltale games that you've ever played, how do you already judge Star Trek Resurgence?
Very good. From a technical standpoint, it's not very impressive. It looks serviceable, but I wouldn't say it's breaking new ground. For a Telltale game, it works. It's not even a Telltale game. I think we need to get with an actual genre for it. A Telltale-like, an interactive movie experience. I don't know.
It's a visual novel, isn't it?
Kind of.
I mean,
An interactive visual novel defeats the entire point of that genre, but you know.
Telltale like is maybe a better because visual novel does not necessarily entail choices. It has mostly reading the text, and choose your own adventure also doesn't have mostly voiceover and such, but it is something in between. Like a Telltale like is a good temporary work in progress name for the
That's a
genre.
visual novel, Drifting Deer.
But yeah, that very good. To be fair, it's what I believe works as a Star Trek game. The only other Star Trek game that I feel like is not that any of the Star Trek games are not fun. I enjoyed them, but like the last Star Trek game that I thought like really worked as a genre was the point and click game they released on PC like yonks ago. Because Star Trek is very much a more like we'll talk about our problems, we'll talk through our problems, and we'll come to a decision amicably. And only when things shit hits the fan do phasers get pulled. That, which I think is
So you mean the old TOS point and click games, like the 25th anniversary and such?
Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good space battle as well, but that is not what Star Trek is all about necessarily.
It's always very difficult to do like verbal combat between people.
Yes, that's the problem. In fact, I was discussing this with my project lead in the special project of the day that he believes that Star Trek doesn't really benefit from a role-playing game like approach because it's not traditional in that sense. I don't know if I agree with him, but I can see what he's saying.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think it should. There is a role-playing game out there for Star Trek, but it would require people to get very comfortable with there not being combat or very little combat. And
Yeah.
I think the video gaming landscape's a bit more open to it than it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Before a certain thing happened.
Yeah, I would say people who are fine with like the Star Wars TTRPG, I think they would absolutely vibe with the same, even the same mechanic being taken to Star Trek. Just
It definitely
the
needs a
emphasis,
TTRPG.
yeah,
I'll give you
yeah.
that.
I will.
The emphasis would be put much more on the talky parts, the either coercion or charm, etc. Like talking your way through things. And the thing that we are doing right now, the murder investigation,
Mm.
it would brilliantly work in a Star Trek
Oh,
setting.
absolutely.
Yeah,
as well.
Murder
Yeah.
Mystery would definitely work.
Yeah, murder mystery. Yes.
100%. I'm just looking forward. I've also been watching Strange New Worlds as well, so that's also have my interest.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to that, I've been really enjoying Star Trek Resurgence. And not to say that people will say, "Oh, but what about all some of the old Star Trek games?" Yeah, Star Wars Armada was Star Trek Armada was because there was actually a Star Trek Armada game. It was fun. Star Trek Attack Wing fun as a miniatures game. I would love to have been a fly in the room for whoever was high at the time. They said, "Do you know what? The Quake engine's pretty cool. What if we just make Star Trek Quake?" And I'm like, and I would love to see how
A
someone.
lot of people did that. Where a lot of people did that with the Doom engine as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, to actually make it and release two games, very well made games as well, in the Star Trek universe, official games as well, like mods, but like two great Star Trek shooters, like in the Star Trek universe. I would have loved to have been a fly in the room to see what executive said. Yes, you get to that comment.
Well, Quake made money. It
That's-
didn't make all of the money, but it
Yeah.
did make a good whack. I
That's
mean,
Yeah,
true.
and there's still money on the table for grab. Yeah.
yeah, like Quake wasn't like what id Software really wanted, but like it was still a really good game for what it was.
I'm actually quite excited
So,
to
yes.
because of course I'll be doing that with Connor. Connor's invited me to play Star Trek Elite Four, so I'm looking forward to that. And also, finally, what I've been playing yesterday, I finally kind of got back into playing Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition. Fun.
Ooh.
That's me.
Nice.
Who am I going to pick next? Eeny, meeny, miny, Shadow.
I've actually not been playing that many games.
No shame in that.
It's been one of those like quieter months where like I don't remember playing a lot of games, and if I have, it's been like see previous month kind of thing. But I have I did finally get back into Jurassic World Evolution 2. I think that's the tagline. There's too many colons in there. Because I bought some DLC for it for a while, and I was like, you know what? I should finally play the game that has DLC in it to see what it's like. So I've been doing that. It was the Biosyn campaign, which has spoilers for Jurassic World Dominion, but I don't care about Jurassic World Dominion or any of the Jurassic World movies because they're shit. Or at least I perceive them to be shit. I think it's less like I think the movies are shit. It's more like I see what you're doing, Universal, and I don't like it. Please leave the franchise alone.
I mean, I like some some like the social commentary that is in those movies, like when they talk about KFC Saurus and Tostidodon.
Yeah, for me, it's all right. I can't really speak much to the Biosyn campaign. It's like it's certainly a thing. Although the Hyperloop the Hyperloop is basically a new mechanic where instead of using roads and paths to connect your buildings together, you use an underground subway. And this sole mechanic makes me want. And if I find out this mechanic was inspired by Elon Musk, I'm beating him to death with
Oh,
a shoe in
no.
Minecraft. I mean, I want to do that in real life anyway, but I'm definitely doing it in Minecraft. Because it is such a shit mechanic. I hate it so much. Just give me a normal. Just give me a path like a normal human being, please.
Elon is so shit at games that you have very good chance of beating him to death in Minecraft with a
Zing.
I could probably beat it to death with my bare knuckles, but then again,
That's fine. His ego's fragile enough.
yes. I mean, I don't like. I'm not a proponent for bullying. However, there are certain exceptions, and
It's
Elon's
only
one of them.
bullying if you're hitting down.
Every
That is
rule has
true.
an exception.
You can't hit down with a billionaire.
That is true. That is true. That is very true. For the one thing I will say about Frontiers Jurassic World Evolution, I hate having to say that out loud. I just want to say like Jurassic Evolution. I don't. You guys know what I mean. I will say like Frontier's real good with their simulation games, like top notch. But you could definitely see with the Evolution games, especially with the upcoming third one, that their hands were like handcuffed together by fucking Universal. This is entirely Universal's fault because the first game was like severely hamstrung by like it has to look like this, the buildings have to look like this, it has to go like this, the dinosaurs must look like this, and it's no right game. But compared to other simulation games, it looks like shit. It's so bare bones, and they got more in 2. I think they got a little more room to work with 2, and I'm glad of it. Everything's a bit more natural. The dinosaurs actually sleep. The dinosaurs actually interact with one another. You know, they look more like animals, kind of thing. And it's only in the third game that we're actually going to get dinosaurs breeding and making babies. And it's just like you want to look at Universal like you could have just had this from the start. Like basic shit that's in any other like zoo simulation games is like only just coming out in like Evolution 3, and it's just like you know it's the big license holder that's been the problem. You can just see it, and it's just like why?
People who don't know that this will severely impact negatively a gameplay are like meddling in it.
Was that done for canon purposes?
Yes, because if I remember, because I'm not quite sure about the third Jurassic World movie. I know it exists, and people don't really like it from what I've heard. What I am aware of is breeding does take place in the third movie, which is probably how they've managed to get it into the third game, sort of thing.
I
But
thought
it's
which is why it was hamstrung in the first games.
I think it's true because I'm pretty sure in the original film, a plot point was that they had messed with the DNA so that the dinosaurs couldn't replicate, and then it turned out, oh shit! Actually, no, they found a new way to to reproduce.
Yeah, they made
because life finds a way.
Because they were part frog, they turned into the opposite sex in order to breed. Yeah, that's always been a thing with the other games because the first game, the best game, Operation Genesis, also did not have this. But at the same time, it came out at kind of the same time where like zoo simulation games were cutting their teeth, really. And there was breeding involved with the animal games, but I can understand why they might not have wanted to touch that because they might not have had enough dev time because there was a lot of other stuff going on because there was a lot of stuff about tranking the animals and like because if a raptor kicked off, it really did kick off, you know.
Yeah.
But for the evolution series, I definitely think that Universal had their hands on the rudder for that one very severely, and they were like, "Nope, we're not having this. It's not in the film, so you can't do it." And Frontier's like, "Cool, but."
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Spared no expense. But anything else?
That once I got older, I realized how we spared no expense was a blatant fucking lie.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because the spared no expense thing has different meanings depending on whether you're talking about book Hammond or you're talking about film Hammond. Because film Hammond, like, is presented as like a genial old man who doesn't really know what he's messing with. He wants
Yeah,
something
very
for
very
his
naive.
yeah, he wants something for his grandkids, kind of thing, and then sort of sees his dream all fall apart around him. Well, Book Hammond is a piece of shit.
The book Hammond
Oh
is
yeah, Brooke Hammond is a colossal bastard.
yeah.
Yes.
I prefer the movie
yeah.
version. That's just me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been
Yeah,
playing a little
yeah,
more
yeah.
of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which has been a fun run. I really need to get back into it and like finish the first game to move on to the to move on to the second. It's been my first experience with the Bring Down the Sky DLC actually, because I never got hold of that.
Oh
And
yeah.
by the time I was aware it existed, you could not get it anywhere. Like, I don't even think it was available on the BioWare social network. Like, that's how old we're talking, kind of thing. But yeah, that Bring Down the Sky is interesting. You actually get to see the Batarians. Otherwise, like, you get your first look at them in Mass Effect 2, and it's kind of like, what the fuck are you? Why do you have, why are you so aggro, kind of thing? And it makes a whole fucking storyline in Mass Effect 3 so fucking funny because it's just like, why is this guy so angry at me, kind of thing. Now you can become the reason he's really really angry at you, and then it makes a decision of whether or not you want to pop him in the head. A lot more, because like for me. Because when I first played the Shepard trilogy, the decision because the Batarian I'm going to be spoiling this drifting, so just so you know, so when you meet Balak again in 3 after disrupting his plans in Bring Down the Sky, he real angry at you. And so, but he is a terrorist. Let's not get it wrong here. The motherfucker is a terrorist, and he doesn't exactly give you the best explanation for his actions. Because, like, yeah, I understand feeling hard done by. The council did, and I will point this out. The council did sell the Batarians up the river, 100%. But that doesn't excuse like throwing a fucking asteroid at a populated planet. That's not acceptable behavior for anybody. So when you meet him again in 3, there's a lot more kind of like, I really fucking hate you, but I also need you for the shit that's going on, kind of thing. Whilst if you don't do Bring Down the Sky, he's real angry about it, but you don't understand, kind of thing. This has even more weight if you do the Arrival DLC, which I am not doing on my main ship, because there are reasons. It's a story reason for her specifically as my Shepard. But I'll do it on Remy Shepard because I want to break him into itty bitty pieces, because I'm going to do that twice over because I'm a horrible
Because
mother.
this is your last resort.
No, because I'm a horrible mother.
Break Rennie into
You're good?
pieces.
Yeah, I'm all done. Also, I did a thing. I played a little bit more of Civ Beyond Earth because I wanted to be reminded when Civilization games were good.
Damn.
I never played Beyond Earth.
Beyond Earth Beyond Earth is very much Civ 5 in a sci-fi skin.
Yeah.
So if you liked Civilization 5, great, you'll have a good time. If you didn't like Civilization 5, I'd pass on that.
I mean, I enjoyed 4, 5, and 6. So
I loved 5, but I was always kind of worried about Beyond That whether I would like it, because it's not Civilization. It's not like the development of mankind on Earth. It's beyond that. It's beyond Earth, literally. So I have no idea what kind of tech tree, tech web you have, how it works. Is it interesting?
Actually. Yeah. I think with Beyond Earth, they were trying to ape Alpha Centauri, but didn't manage it. They really didn't manage it. They did their best with the leaders to try and give them as much personality as possible, but they really are very flat, kind of thing. If you're looking for like the most of the quote unquote worlds of the Earth are represented, but they're not most. It's difficult to explain because it's not all of the worlds. It's like sections of each world. So you've got like so you've got the North Sea Alliance, which is basically like Britain and the surrounding areas kind of thing. You've got the you've got the French. You've got the French, and then you've got the other Europeans for some reason.
Well, French are on their own, and the rest of Europe is together. What?
Something like that. It's a little more complicated than that, but
Did we kick out France?
apparently they were so annoying.
Or
Then
is it
there's
just
Reset the timer.
or is it just Paris got kicked out?
I don't know. The French are on their own, okay? I don't know why. They did something in the fucking the calamity or whatever the fuck they called it.
We make our own faction with blackjack and baguettes.
So yeah, it's like you've got like Britain, France, the rest of Europe, the America, which is basically a giant corporation because of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course, yeah.
There's a South American who is very South American, and I mean that as in the dictator sense. There's a really nice there's a really nice African guy. There's North Korea.
On their own.
India.
I'm surprised they got the rocket tech for that.
India.
They borrowed it.
There's
Yeah, of course.
definitely the Arabian countries are represented. There is a Russian guy who is much. He's like, I look at him now and I'm like, actually, you seem like a sensible person. Can we have you, please? Oh, and there's Australia as well.
Hey.
So you've got like the major continents represented except for Antarctica, kind
Just-
of thing. I'm pretty sure I missed one of them, but
Where are the space cunts we're gonna put all the shrimp on the barbie?
Yeah, I just imagine the space Australians being like, yeah, we're just going out there to have some fun. You know? we might find who knows? We might find a planet that's more dangerous than our place.
oh,
You
my God.
don't go too far, mate. Or else a space dingo will eat your space baby. Like my sister.
Oh, Japan. Interested. Jefferson said, did you miss Japan?
Yeah.
I'm trying. I don't think Japan is there. Honestly,
about
I'm
China?
having to. No, there is no. There is one.
China.
I'm sorry. That is the one I missed because I was like, I'm pretty sure there is one, and I'm pretty sure I play her as the character most of the time. It just completely fucking disappeared out of my head. I'm just
That
trying to
is
think.
still very, very few factions.
Yeah, there's not very many. The other European one and Britain was in the DLC Rising Tide. There might have been another one as well, but I can't remember.
Netherlands.
Oh yeah, the Arabian one was also in the thing. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend it if it's on sale. It usually is these days. Just as something to like, you know, piss about with and be like, yes, this is certainly a thing.
Just rewinding, especially since we're talking about nations now, I thought it was quite funny. You mentioned about how, like, Mass Effect had Legend Edition had a good run. It reminded me because I've been watching some last week tonight, and an intro that just killed me is John saying, "We start with the United Kingdom, a country that we could say had a good run," you know. And I was like, "Ooh, ouch."
It had it 5 minutes in the sun.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me. I'm checking. Did you know this game actually comes with a manual? Who would have thought?
Would have thought.
Like paper manual.
Not a paper manual, but an online one. Okay, yeah. So there's India, North America or the USA, because go fuck yourself, Mexico, because Mexico and Canada got their asses fucking blasted apparently. Africa, Franco-Iberia, it's mostly French. Polystralia, which is Australia and the Polynesians. I think the Maori actually won this one. The Pan-Asian Cooperative, mostly Japan. Some bit of Japan and China in there, mostly. The Slavic Federation, we're gonna say that the Poles won that one. Although it's
No,
it's very, it's very,
we don't into space. It sounds like it's Balkans. Balkans
it's
go
very
into space.
it's very Russian. It's been very Russian-esque, but you can definitely look at it and be like, yeah, that's very.
Yeah, no, if
Slavic.
Russia's going into space, Poland is waving them good riddance staying on Earth.
And then there's Brazalia, which is basically like, I'm a South American dictator, and it's like, sure you sure
Yeah,
are,
it's-
baby boy.
It's Tropico in space.
I was going to say I really should go back to Tropico at some point. El
But so should
Presidente.
I mean, I tried it a little bit, and then I stopped. And then there's Alfala, which is basically the Middle East. Integer, which is basically the Germans and the rest of Europe, because for some reason Franco-Iberia is no longer allowed at the dinner table because of something. The North Sea Alliance, the Best Boys, and then Chungsu, which is basically North Korea that we don't talk to.
Yeah. One of these days, I will stream Tropico, and I'll make sure I get a big old fake cigar when I'm doing it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Which
chocolate cigar.
No idea.
Which Tropico would you do?
I have no clue. I think I've got 4 and 5, so we'll find out.
I think the 6 is the current one,
Yeah,
right?
I've got the 6th one as the most recent one, but 5's a fun one, I think.
Anything else?
5's good.
Shadu?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm sorry. I've
No, no.
spent. I know I was only going to be here for like. I was just like, oh yeah, I've only played a few games. Anyway, let me talk to you about Mass Effect.
We throw it over to Lemming. What have you been playing?
Quite a lot. We'll start from the bottom and then go to the main event news. I've been playing a lot of Dawn of War Definitive Edition.
Wow, I wonder why you're
Because-
playing that.
I have no idea. Maybe it's because it's one of my favorite old strategy games, and it's being
Something
given
happened
a
with
fresh.
James Bond. But we can't get
Game.
yet there.
No, not yet. And I've also been playing Peak with some of my friends. That's a strange game. You crash on an island. There's fog coming in. You have to get to the top, or you die.
Well, you die anyway because you fall off.
Well, yeah, which has happened to me every time we've played it so far. I've also been playing a bit of Abiotic Factor with the boys over at the One Peg
Get that. Now
side of it.
I'm interested in it now.
It's basically like Black Mesa in Half-Life. The thing happens, everything goes to shit, but you're not Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
Can I scandalize you boys for a second?
Yeah. Always.
I've never played Half-Life, any of them.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm about to lose
Well, I
my
mean-
cred. I've never played Half-Life either. So
Yay!
I
High
have
five.
played Half-Life in 2022.
I have played all of them, and I can't remember when.
I mean, I played like half an hour to an hour of Half-Life 1 in 1998, and then I took a long sabbatical and I played Black Mesa in 2022.
okay,
The people on YouTube are going to remove our gamer cred.
Look,
Gamer cred.
well, not yet. They're about to, because I have played a little bit of it, and I just don't get the hype. Yeah, I really just don't get the hype.
I mean, it was the first 3D first-person shooter with a physics system.
I mean, in
Basically,
fairness, that was pretty much me with Portal. But I think with me and Portal, it was like, this game is getting way too smart for me. I'm too stupid for this.
Yeah, I mean, Half-Life was the first FPS game with a plot, with scripted events that would happen when you enter locations. It was the first game that had visually narrativized events happening to tell you the story through gameplay. So every other game that you see where you enter places and something is happening that is telling you what's happening in the story, that's because Half-Life was walking so they could run.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've also been. Go on.
Nowadays it's not much to write home about because over the last 25 years, everyone's been doing the same thing and sometimes better. But Hava was just the first one to do that.
Back glowing.
I've also been dabbling a bit back into Dark Tide, the 40k shooty bang bang game.
I've seen you've been dragging people into that.
Yeah, I've been getting
Loving it.
together a little group so we can murder heretics and demons with great abandon. And tomorrow,
I've not forgotten about our Rogue Trader thing. It's in the back of my mind.
it is indeed there. I will occasionally remind you, but I know you have not forgotten. Tomorrow I will hopefully have Metal Gear Solid 4 installed, but I will not be playing that tomorrow because Drifting and I will be playing Injustice 2. Because
Neat.
Drifting appears to have gotten deeply into the lore of the Injustice series.
Oh boy.
And yeah, as she says in the chat, she's bad at game. That's not a bad thing. I'm also bad at many games. But the main event, the pièce de résistance, ladies and gentlemen, peace has happened in the console war. At long last, after decades of constant battling and belittlement between the groups, Xbox and PlayStation are friends.
Oh, are they making out sloppy style?
I can only wish. But no, Gears of War is on PlayStation. It released today.
Oh wow.
Not been playing that. I don't have a PlayStation, but I hope they're having fun with that. And Helldivers 2, a game I've been playing today, has released on Xbox. A PlayStation published game, a PlayStation that they were very hot on this being a PlayStation property, is on Xbox. Which means there has been a flood of newbies into the game.
Oh.
And veterans like myself.
Come, my children.
Yes.
I mean, I'm glad.
Veterans like myself.
I'm glad, but I just think it's a bit naive if you think that this ended the
it
console.
hasn't. I know that for a fact, but it's nice to believe.
Let us have some.
We can have some hope. I know. I know. We all want hope.
That's a good start.
It's nice to believe that this could be a shaking of hands.
Lord
but it's
knows
also the fact that
if I could line up all the console war kind of people in a line. Because it's a war, they can get in a line. I'll just go down the line while just smacking their faces all at the same time. But yes.
But in Helldivers 2, not only has it released on Xbox finally, they've also released a battle pass, a premium battle pass, specifically based on Halo 3 ODST.
Oh, neat.
Helldivers, you can now jump looking like a hell jumper. If you want to know how into Halo 3 ODST I am, I own this. That is the limited edition Halo 3 ODST controller.
I see.
I don't know another human being who owns one of those. I use that for everything. Halo 3 ODST was the game, and now I can be one in Helldivers 2.
Those sounds on your board that you pressed, I was certain it's gonna be the Piranha Plant Lullaby from Mario 64.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like this.
I actually thought it was going to be unwavering emotion from like Pokemon X and Y for a second. I was like, wait a minute, I've heard this somewhere.
No,
before.
it's the opening. The Halo games have a very tuned soundtrack. The Halo games with Master Chief in are very rock and churny beats, whereas Halo 3 ODST had more of a noir style to it. So it's got, if you let me play it a bit longer.
Okay.
With the horns coming in and stuff. Yeah. And that alone is one of my reasons for loving that game. Also, I think has my count? No, that was just me being dumb. I thought my camera had frozen again. It hasn't. It's fine. Hello. But yeah. So I jumped into Helldivers a bit before the podcast. I you can search for players. So I did a just search for players and went, oh, there's a level 2 guy. I'll jump in on him with my level 35 kit and give him a mech to play with.
Fun.
Like, boom! Here's a giant robot. Pilot it.
It's like, here, kid, hold this, and dropping 500 kilogram rifle on them.
Yeah, it's like, boom! There you go. Have a robot. Let's kill these bad guys and leave. Cool.
Make his Christmas. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I like to think that that's what the majority of the Helldivers community is doing. They're finding the newbies and going, "Here's cool shit. Enjoy this game."
You
Nice.
don't keep the stuff that you have through the run.
No,
like
no, you do
that.
need to buy them, but we are giving them like advanced. Like, this is what you're going to be able to do when you level up a bit.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Come, stay,
Nice.
get giant robots.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is that
I like it.
Burr or is
That's
everyone
all.
else?
That's all I've been playing. So, Bert, what have you been playing?
Okay, so I've had the stupidest idea ever to play 5, then 6, then 7 games at once.
Bloody hell.
And I decided that I should put at least 3 of them to a side track and stick to just a few so that I have some games that I can play when I'm on my own and to focus on the plot, and some games that I can play while I'm with people, so where I don't need to focus on the plot and I can just
Smart.
do all kinds of things.
I
So
need to do that myself.
I have almost finished listening to an audiobook of Jason Schreier's most recent book, Play Nice, which is
Oh, I need to
really
finish
great
that.
and interesting and
I
fascinating.
need to start that, honestly. I need to
And
finish
it
it.
made me want to play some of the Blizzard's games, those that they own, so that I don't give the motherfuckers any more of my money ever again. So I decided to finish StarCraft Remastered, which is a very good remaster, but fucking shit, this game is balls to the wall hard. I forgot that those old RTS don't have difficulty settings.
No.
Yeah, old RTS
No.
were mean.
They were very mean. They were very quick. I with my the Snapper Remaster, it shows you your average APMs at the end of a mission. Guess what mine is frequently? What is my average APM?
Is it 2 figures?
It is 2 figures, yes.
69.
It's 12.
Oh, bless you.
Well, my APM is 12. I had to play this game on the lowest speed, which makes this every mission take hours. When I'm building my SCVs, it takes like 5 minutes for an SCV to be built. Because otherwise they just run over me very quickly. So at one point I decided, no, fuck it. I remember that there were cheat codes for stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do my power overwhelming and just play through the game on God mode and just see the plot, because I've forgotten many of the plot.
Oh yeah,
Power
that
to you.
reminds me of when Dungeon Keeper 2
Yeah,
like
and-
annoyed me with one of the levels, and I was like, bet.
And also, StarCraft came out in 1998. Poland did not exist on the gaming map. Almost nothing was released yet. A year later, the first game localized to Polish, Baldur's Gate 1, would be released. And StarCraft Remastered has been amazingly localized to Polish, with all the voices, with all the bells and whistles, as Blizzard does, because they were always brilliant at localizing games to other languages, to other cultures. So they've done an amazing job with StarCraft, and I absolutely loved playing it. But yeah, I have to play it on cheats. So I am now almost done with Zerg campaign and going to
Nice.
the last one. It's really fun, and like I said, localization is just chef's kiss.
Good.
Yeah, then I was also I was playing another game that I remembered that I really loved. The first game of Blizzard that I've ever played, The Lost Vikings.
Oh my god,
It's-
yes.
yeah. It turns out that this game is available for free from Blizzard servers. So I just downloaded it. Also, I've downloaded Blackthorn, which is another Blizzard's game that I remember that I loved, but I haven't played that one yet. But I remember that when I was reading Lord of the Rings, I've never it came out. I read Lord of the Rings between playing Blackthorn and playing Warcraft. So my imagination, in my the orcs that I imagined while reading, they were not based on the Warcraft orcs. They were based on the Blackthorn orcs, which look completely different. Now, I want to return to how I felt playing Blackthorn. But Lost Vikings is also a great game. It's a puzzle game when you control three Vikings with different abilities at the same time. One can jump, one can protect, and one can attack.
One has got the ability to gump.
Yeah. He protect, he attack, and he have some snack.
Yeah,
And
I can't.
you solve puzzles to get all three. I think we lost Lemming.
Yeah, his camera is
No.
his camera has thrown a wobbly. But yeah, I do remember playing the Lost Vikings. Ironically enough, I played the Lost Vikings on an aeroplane entertainment system, and I
Oh,
think
wow.
it was when I think it was a Virgin Atlantic flight either to New York, but it's probably Florida, honestly.
It's
When
possible.
when I was
game
very
also,
young.
yeah. Oh no, blue screen. Oh.
No.
Oh.
So while Lemming recovers, you've also been playing demos, haven't you?
Yes, I've been playing demos as well, so I'll talk about some demos. You've also been playing demos, but
Yeah,
I
but
can talk about one demo and you can help me talk about the other.
in fairness, you've played more of the demos than I have, so I think
Okay.
I'll sit this one out.
I've played a few demos from the Gamescom games, but it turns out all of those that I wanted to play, all of those that I wanted to play, they turned out to be roguelikes, and I did not enjoy the rolling elements to them, except for one. One that was a roguelike was also really fun, and I enjoyed playing it, and I think I will enjoy when this comes out. It's called Absolum, and it's a roguelike side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's really fun. You start with two selectable characters, then your roster grows as you progress in the story. You have really amazingly hello Lemming, welcome back.
He lives.
He lives. You have amazingly drawn backgrounds and characters. They look like uh, if Mike Mignola of the Hellboy fame drawn them. They look amazing. Or a bit like a bit more cheerful Darkest Dungeon style. But it's a side scroller. I always loved side scrolling beat 'em ups. So a roguelike side scrolling beat 'em up sounds really fun. And I'm really hoping that this will be the one roguelike that I enjoy.
The one roguelike to rule them all.
Yes. And then the other demo that I enjoyed is the same that Shadows also played. It's a game called Life Below.
It was written by Rihanna Pratchett.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and it's
Yeah.
a small Norwegian indie studio that made the game. It has very like eco-friendly and save the planet vibes because you are rebuilding coral reef as the spirit of the sea, Thalassa.
Ooh.
I am very weak for like underwater
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like
And it's
you guys know how I am with Endless
Yeah.
Ocean, so this
Yeah.
was
Also,
immediate catnip.
it's a very like baby's first RTS because you can pause the game, you can speed it up, you can slow it down at at your whim. You have like you can control the speed of the game. You are learning how to build what are the like chain of supply, what you have to get to build something, what to build to control the environment, to raise the temperature, raise salinity, raise acidity, or lower them, so that you can keep your ecosystem and build up your wildlife, so that you can uh, rebuild the coral reef in other areas. It's really, really cute and really peaceful, cozy playthrough. So I'm hoping that I will be just able to played as just to calm down, to chill.
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Oh.
it was really wholesome. It was a really wholesome game and really cute.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Cool. Are we ready to move on?
Mm,
Yes. Uh,
Uh,
did you have anything else to say, Bert?
yeah, I just wanted to talk about two other games that
Yeah,
I
go on.
played.
Yeah.
So I have played some more, especially now that I have upgraded my graphics card and I can play with like stable high frames per second. I'm playing some more Star Wars Outlaws. And I must say this game is making better and better impression on me. I really enjoy it.
Good.
I'm trying to do as few side quests as possible because I don't want to burn out on the game. But those that I'm testing and the main quests, they remind me more of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle rather than like other Ubisoft games.
mm,
I feel like because you have a lot of not just be stealthy, but like try to find a passage from place to place. There's not many puzzles, but it's like the environmental puzzles, like try to figure out how to get in and out of places, which is really great, and I really enjoy that aspect.
mm.
Try to avoid getting out before being
Yeah.
seen by the ATST, because why the fuck do they have
Yeah.
that there?
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, the fact that now every mission can safely turn into a mad shootout without you failing the mission unless you get killed is a really great bonus because when you fuck up, it's like, oh no, I have to restart everything again. It's not like, oh no, I just have to hide and try to murder everyone and it'll be fine. Which is a really great bonus.
Mm.
But yeah, the game, I love the Dubai Disaster as KVS, and all the characters are really fun. So the speaking of characters being fun, I have also started playing a game that I've wanted to play for a long time, but didn't get to it. It's a game that Lemming has played a while ago. It's a game. It's a very wholesome, like very like child friendly. I'm kidding. Game called Subverse.
Oh.
I
We're
don't
doing
know
this
if
in
you.
protest of how shit fucking
Yes.
censorship
Yeah.
online is.
Yes, I don't know if you've played the released version that has the end game and everything.
Yes, I've played the entire
Yeah.
thing.
I have not yet finished the game. I am in a very interesting part of the game, but
Yep.
I love how this game is what people were scaring others about Mass Effect because it's. I don't know if you remember, like Mass Effect came out, people were saying, "Oh, it's Ass Effect. It's a pornographic game in space. It's about banging people." This no, Subverse is that.
I mean,
Subverse is.
in fairness to them, the character models during the sex scenes are indeed naked. However, they are as smooth as a Barbie doll. There ain't nothing there to see.
You don't see
Trust
a
me.
damn thing.
Trust me, I've used the fly cam mode. I've tried to look at Caden, but there's nothing there to see. Man at least
Not
has a
gonna
hairy
judge.
chest though, so
No,
mwah.
nothing up that asshole.
No, he's got a nice butt though.
He does. He has cake.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, but that's just one of an aspect. Like you will like have sex maybe once or twice during the whole like 40-hour playthrough of Mass Effect.
I mean, I think there's just
So, but-
one sex scene per playthrough.
Yeah, but what?
Yes, it depends though. It depends. In Mass Effect 1, you can get 2 sex scenes if you take the Renegade option with the consort after you finish her quest.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's an option.
Even though,
Oh.
I will say though, the sex scene with the consort is the shittest fuck. I did it for the first time with Remy, and I was like, this is it! This is it! What kind of fucking Titanic scene of it? It's literally that scene in Titanic where they like hit the hand against the,
Oh,
the
the
window.
steamy
It's just
car,
like, is
the
this
steamy
it? Really?
window. Huh?
There's like lots
Oh,
of nuzzling. There's lots of nuzzling. There's
yeah.
some implication that a naked woman is sitting, well, a naked feminine person is sitting on your lap, and then a hand hits the glassy thing, and that's it. It's so boring. I was so
Yeah.
disappointed. I was like, I was expecting you guys were selling me on the sexy blue women, and there was nothing here, and I'm disappointed.
I mean, that is very much the case, though, isn't it? Is them getting all bent out of shape about something, and then there's nothing to it.
It's
Yeah.
so-
Yes. So
Whereas
yeah,
Subverse,
so basically, Subverse is what media thought Mass Effect was.
So
Yeah.
Dragon Age.
No, Dragon Age is also absolutely prudish
Yeah,
in
I mean,
comparison.
Yes.
to be fair, as somebody who backed the Kickstarter for Subverse, it was advertised as a not safe for work porn game with actual gameplay.
It does have actual. It's not very complex gameplay, but it's
No.
fun. It's fun gameplay.
I must admit it was kind of a culture shock in Baldur's Gate 3 when I could run around naked as Remy and his
Yeah.
dangly bits were
Yeah.
definitely dangling. It was
Oh,
quite
yeah,
a culture shock.
It was
like,
advanced
genital.
down physics.
Yeah, it's just like because like there's so much complaints about like porn in video games, and it has taken until 2023? How long has Baldur's Gate 3 been out these days? But like
Yeah,
it's
2023, I think.
yeah, it's taken until 2023 to be like, yes, we're gonna put a penis in here. And it's just like, okay,
And we're gonna show it.
yes,
Yeah.
Because
all the
other games also had like famously Cyberpunk 2077 had penises and they were
Yeah.
sticking through clothes because there was a bark.
Yeah.
Is that a gun in your pocket or is your clothes just bugged?
Both.
Jokes on you, it's not in my pocket. But yeah, this game is so very much like Mass Effect. I don't think it would be easy to find a safe for work trailer to show
No.
on screen, but there's like the music, the maps, the information, like the lore of the planets,
No
of
Mass
the places. It's so very Mass Effect. It's almost like plagiarized, but it's literally written just it's inspired by Mass Effect. It is spoofing Mass Effect in many places.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It is very much a parody.
Yeah, it's a parody of all kinds of things. There's a parody of Mass Effect, of Star Trek, of Star Wars. There's
was gonna
Gordon
say-
Ramsay in the game.
Holy
There's
Oh, yeah.
BTS in the game.
It's got the parody of fucking Kirk from like the original
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah,
There's like a 3'5" Gordon Ramsay that tells you to go murder these fuckholes because they ruined the
Yeah.
sauce.
yeah. There's Fabio in that game. There's a reference to Elon Musk being a shithead in that game.
Woo!
Yeah.
Perfect game.
I
tonight.
mean,
All true.
Yeah.
All true. Yeah.
for a porn game created basically just for titillation, this game is incredibly deep in the lore, in the story. It has really great plot. It has amazing characters.
Plot.
No, I mean actual plot.
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah, I mean the characters, they can be a bit obnoxious occasionally because this game is like, how the world of Professor Layton revolves around puzzles, and the puzzles are the basic building component of the games.
Yes.
So the same is with sex in the Subverse universe. It's the building block, is the building component of the universe. So
For some reason, I thought I was just imagining like a match 3 gameplay. Every time you go and have sex, it's like, oh god, not again.
No, the actual gameplay is like either twin stick shooter, the bullet hell shooting, or a very simplified turn-based tactics shooter.
Yeah.
But mostly it's a visual novel with really funny, witty dialogues, with a lot of great humor, sometimes horrible cringy toilet humor, but mostly really funny humor. And it has really intense emotional moments as well, and really fascinating story that I at some point I stopped playing for the titillation and for the boobies, and I started playing for the actual plot.
That's a
how it
really
goes.
good game. That's a really good game then, honestly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To be more I do find a lot of games like that where it's just like I'm just here for shits and giggles. Anyway, come and stay with me and I'll explain this very deep philosophical look at the world, you know. I
Hmm.
find that with a lot of games like
Yeah.
that.
I love that in the
enjoy it.
original trailer was like, "You are a loser of no real significance." Like,
Wow, come
okay. And then the main character is just like, "That's a bit harsh, mate."
Yeah. I mean, the main character is Australian through and through.
Oh yeah, he's an Aussie.
Yeah.
He wears underpants on his head as his face
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah, cause he's that is a those pants are just the symbol of his devotion.
Oh yeah, they're a symbol of devotion to his favorite star.
Yeah. Yes, to his. Yeah, but the game is really. There was a point where I started noticing that even the main character was, for most of the game, really obnoxious, really upsetting, really irritating.
Yep.
Started to make sense, started to be an interesting, multidimensional, deep, profound character. And I really am enjoying this game very much at the moment as an actual game.
I'm
But
glad.
it still has a lot of boobies, a lot of really well rendered sex scenes, and
It has a
very
lot of
titillating.
cringe.
Very titillating, but also it's a great game on its own.
I mean, in fairness, like sex is I think sex is also very closely linked with cringe because have you ever read another couple's sex talk? It's cringy as fuck. And even when you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say some rizzy shit to rizz my partner up, you read that
No.
back in the cold
Yeah.
morning of day and you're like, oh god.
Oh, did I really say that?
Trust me, I'm glad Skype doesn't exist because those logs are gone.
You know, when you look at the world in post-nut clarity, it is really
Oh.
cringy and funny.
I did
That's
not
shit I've
expect
said to my
podcast number
boyfriend.
45 to be the
It's
horniest
like
podcast.
at
That was the
that
last
point
one.
you start at that point you start understanding how asexuals see the world.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's all
Cool,
the games
moving
that I
on.
played.
Anyway, boss, shouldn't we talk about the news?
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, we should talk about Game Blast. You know, the actual.
Yes.
Yeah. So Game Blast happened. It was certainly an event. Also,
Well,
Wait,
Gamescom.
are we talking about
Uh,
Gamescom or Game Blast?
sorry, Gamescom.
Yes.
I got a little
mean-
confused there. I was like, "Is there news?" And I was like, "Wait, hang on."
No,
I
it's,
mean,
it is. It is game.
Game Blast happens
it-
too, but
It is Gamescom that we need to talk about.
yes.
And yeah, I mean, we all sat. Well,
Big
I don't know about
event
you all,
in
but
Cologne.
I'm sure we've all watched it.
Yo.
Never had time.
Oh,
Well,
no.
good news. We're gonna go through the games.
Cool, please do.
Well, we don't have time to go through every single game that was announced and released because
well, no, because
we'll-
it's a lot.
there's a lot. But there was a considerable amount of games released. I will talk about something as well,
Yes.
which kind of annoys me a little bit later as well.
Mm.
Which let's get the big one out of the way that everyone was waiting for. Silk
Yes. I remember when that was
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
the pre-show, and I was like, I have to tell Lewis because our good friend Weird FTW, he goes on Tuesday nights, he goes outside and touches grass. Can you believe that? He
Yeah.
goes to touch grass with the people.
Wow.
So
Not
yeah,
really, because he goes to play board games.
it's touching grass. It's going outside.
Song.
So when the Silk Song stuff, it was like, oh god, we have to tell Lewis. We have to tell him. So I just DM'd him like Silk Song's been announced, and I just got back this blurry screaming photo, which was about right.
Yeah. Which is also what the star of the pre-show, a man that we have come to love and adore, Kyle Bossman,
Yes.
who is a comedian and a writer, he was presenting games during the pre-show, and we have fallen in love with the way that he was presenting it, because he looked like he was 2 steps from mental breakdown, and still
Boy,
he
he's
was
had a mood this year.
Mm.
still he was braving on through the pre-show.
Yes.
I always remember, because during the pre-show, Bubsy 4D was announced.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh
'cause
yeah, that exists.
That's a
'cause I
game that's
had-
gonna come out.
Yeah, because I had the pre-show on in the background because we were waiting, I think, for Ebert to come in, and I was just like, "Oh, it'll be the pre-show. There's nothing going on," and then fucking Bubsy 4D comes out, and I'm like, "What?"
I want to talk about that.
the
Actually. Go on.
the dude was like, "Yeah, that was one of the first games that I've ever played, and if 20 years ago someone were to tell me that I'm gonna announce Bubsy 4D to the world, I would say, yeah, that checks out."
There's actually been a real kind of conversation about that recently because there's a lot of people in certain fandoms, specifically those of like the platformer genre, who are like, "Why the fuck is Bubsy getting a game before Rayman, before Spyro, before Crash Bandicoot?" Like, there's all these like great classic platforming characters, and the one you choose is the fucking meme character. What fantastic!
For the memes,
Yeah,
literally solely for the memes.
yeah. I think I can understand that there is left a lot of bad. It's left a very bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah, but I think, but if I remember correctly, because Bubsy is Atari, that's a completely different studio to all these
Yeah.
other ones.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem is that that Atari is showing that they're willing to do this, while there are all these other companies who are like,
Yeah.
why have like Laura, my good friend Laura Petal, make it like why are we because I did a Rayman stream with Laura like last Saturday, like why are we not got on a new Rayman game?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to be real harsh about it. It's just
Ubisoft.
like, well, your companies are shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's literally just the companies.
Yeah, because Ubisoft is shit, so it doesn't release a new Rayman. Activision, we've known for years, is shit, so it doesn't release a new Spyro. And what else? The same with like Crash. The same with those other characters from.
Well, the thing is, they
from
were
old
releasing.
platformers. Yeah.
Activision was releasing new Crash games, and then they shot Toys for Bob in the head and got them working on fucking Call of Duty or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
Activision does these days.
Because
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
that's the legacy of Bobby Kotick. Everyone is being put the gun to their hands. It's like you either work on Call of Duty forever until you die, or you work for World of Warcraft forever until you die.
Yeah, because again, that's the thing which I was pointing out. Like,
Yeah.
I remember seeing like the trailer for one of the Call of Duty is made by Raven Software, and I'm like, I remember when you guys made
Yeah.
like X-Men Legends and these great Marvel RPG games, and now all you're doing is
Yeah.
you're stuck making fucking Call of Duty for the entirety.
Yeah.
of
I
the
have a
games.
list. I have a list of games here, Elle, if you want me to go through them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just
do-
wanted to add one more thing regarding Silksong, which is gonna be released in September, so very soon.
Very soon.
There was an article by Jason Schreier about why Silksong was delayed so much.
Oh, really?
And
What
it
does
turns out
say?
it was delayed so much because Team Cherry was having too much fun developing the game. And
I mean-
Fair enough.
they too late into the process they realized, holy shit, we have to stop inventing new things and finish the things we started, or else we'll never release the game.
That to me, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go on my high horse here and kind of say it. I'm sorry, but you've got a shit production manager than Team Cherry. Sorry, but
I mean, that's true, but like Team Cherry is a small team, so they're like they've never. I mean, they admit that they've never had any sort of management. They've never had any sort of management. They even said, I don't know if jokingly or not, but they said like, "What is Jira?" when asked about like how do they manage the processes. They are shit at managing their games, but this is why it took so long. But at least
Yeah.
that article was just saying that this was not because the game was in development hell. It was kind of in development heaven, but it was just very poorly managed.
No, but it could
Yeah,
have
I guess-
it could have ended
Yeah.
up in development hell if things kept on going. If it was the case.
Yeah, of course. I think it's probably I think it's like similar to Stardew Valley in a way. It's getting
Yeah.
made. It's just there's nobody really managing the devs. Really.
I mean, it's not exactly like in Stardew Valley because Concerned Ape was always unhappy with his game, whereas Team Cherry
I
had just
know, but
too much fun to think about
yeah, but
finishing the
somebody needed
process.
to manage him from stop him from
Yeah.
doing like
Yeah,
24-hour days or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, either way, it was not well managed.
Hmm.
Anyway, so after Bubsy, we're getting a new Battlestar Galactica strategy game. Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes. Sorry. It's, if I remember correctly, it's a fucking forgotten. I'm so smart. We do this all the time, everybody.
Real-time
Hi,
strategy
I'm
game?
so smart. Hi, I'm so smart.
Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes. Yeah, I think it's a tactical. I think it's a tactical tactical game.
I
which
think
makes
it's the
sense.
kind of game like I'm sorry to say that, but kind of like Homeworld. Which
Mm.
I've been
I think you made
ostracized
the
for mentioning
comparison.
Homeworld too many times. I was afraid to say it.
I remember. I think you made that comparison, and I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
But I think it was also correct. Also, for our friends, in the Cthulhu way, Outlaws, LucasArts, Outlaws is being remastered because why not?
Yeah, why not? That's certainly a game.
Yeah.
And then we had I'm gonna butcher this. I'm so sorry. Then we had Dense Attack, which is basically you are a train. You do some crazy stunts and also
Yeah.
fight people? Question mark.
Yeah, and you can
Nice.
do multi-track drifting.
Yes, multi-track drifting because of course you can. It's so silly. I like the look of it. And then we've got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction. It's a He-Man beat 'em up game because it's an old arcade.
He-Man!
Yeah.
Beat 'em up game because I love that so many like cartoons from the 80s and 90s are getting their beat 'em up. Give me an X-Men one of the original animated series and I will love you.
I think there is one.
Probably.
Oh
I
no,
don't-
there is one that is being made also, but it's like General Marvel.
Yeah,
one.
it's Cosmic
Ah.
Invasion. I'm
Yeah,
like,
Cosmic Invasion. Yes.
No, I want an actual X-Men game.
I was a fan of He-Man back in the 80s, early 90s. I am excited for this game.
That's fair.
Absalom, the demo that you mentioned, Burr, is also a thing. It's out on 9th of October, if you're interested, and the demo is around. And then we saw
it's
like
really fun.
a very interesting first-person Souls like from the Napoleonic era, Valor Mortis. So there's crazy shit going down in the Napoleonic era. Murder a lot. Long Gone is pixel art is a very nice pixel art 2D5 platformer, kind of. Basically, you're not shooting the zombies, you're having to puzzle your way around them from the looks of things. I don't know what that is. Swords of Legend, another Souls-like games. You'll be able to sense a pattern eventually. Swords of Legends, it's Chinese, and you stab people. Road Kings, a very it's American Truck Simulator. We didn't get very much, but it's mostly just a reveal trailer at the moment. We're not quite sure what it's supposed to be, but it's from Focus Entertainment. Take of that as you will. There was a DLC for Sonic Racing game, which I don't care about. Please lower the price. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, I don't care. Lords of the Fallen 2, which I'm pretty sure we've seen at least several times right now, but it's
not
definitely
really.
a thing, guys.
We've seen loads of the Fallen 2. We've seen for the first time. What we've seen is the remake of Lords of the Fallen from 2014.
No, this
But
was Lords of the Fallen 2. This was announced.
this one was Lords of the Fallen 2. But yeah, over the few previous years, there's been Lords of the Fallen remake of the game from 10 years earlier.
Yeah,
Which
and
that
then,
game was the sorry, yeah, no, go ahead.
and then we get Shakiro from Software is getting an anime called Shakiro No Defeat.
Oh yeah.
Which is,
I heard about that one.
yeah, there's probably of all the games to adapt into anime, that's probably the one that's gonna go real good.
Yeah, I'm a Sekiro fan. I will happily watch that show.
Yeah, and one of the bigger announcements, Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. So you know, the Batman Arkham series. What if it was that, but Lego, and then all of Batman's history? That's this game. It's on
Brilliant
Alright.
game.
rockets.
Like that I'd say out of Gamescom, that's the one that's been gotten like the most talking about, I think. I've seen people talk about that everywhere.
I mean,
'Cause that's-
I just love that they married the Arkham combat with Lego. Like, if you had asked me before this game if they could do that, I'd be like, no, that's too fucking stupid. And then seeing it in action, it's like, actually,
if it's stupid but fun, it's no longer stupid.
I mean, they seem to have it down.
If it
And
works, it
then-
works.
Yes, and then the other big shock announcement that Lemming will really love, Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 4. Yes, they're finally moving back into the RTS genre. We can only hope it is more like it's earlier. It's earlier.
You'd better be better than 3.
Yeah, they
3
don't
was trash.
They don't want the legacy to be Dawn of War 3.
Yeah, it's like, please do base building again. We're begging you. And then there was something about Monster Hunter Wilds and Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, there was a lot of crossovers. There was at least 4 crossovers.
Yeah. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, another Asian Souls-like game with a creepy woman who I don't want anything to do with. No, thank you.
I don't think it was a Souls-like game because Onimusha is just a hack and slash, like a action RPG.
Say to me, there's a guy cutting things up. There's blood everywhere. I don't know. You fucking Souls-like games.
The
are all
difference
the
is
same to me.
the difference is the difficulty.
Yes, but they're all the same. You boys and your cutting games are all the same to me.
Right, I'm going to replay Revengeance. That's a cutting game.
Yeah, that's a cookie cutter game.
Arknight's Enfield, which is some bastard marriage of anime and Satisfactory. I looked at that and I was like, right, I can see the niche you're aiming for, and you're going to be grossly successful because of that niche.
Yeah, that game aims at Lemming from 2 sides.
Yeah.
There's only one issue with that aiming at me. One, Arknight, sorry, but I'm done with gacha games. I already played 2 of them. I never got into Arknights because I was playing 2 of them at the time. And now you're doing a single player / multiplayer spin-off that's going to be on a bunch of platforms, role-play game. You have a lovely art style, but I couldn't care.
Gene defended.
Parried. Europa Universalis 5. That's a grand strategy game. Never was very good at those. It's Paradox though, so expect a lot of DLC. And from what I hear about what's happening with Stellaris, it's not going to be very good.
No, but it's gonna very quickly have fan mods, and the fans are gonna support this game for the next 20 years until Europa Universalis 6.
Fallout, the Fallout,
Mhm.
the Netflix Fallout series is getting a season 2.
Yeah, but to be honest, I really wish I could get into Forex. Not Forex, Grand Strategies.
May I also input something here, which I thought is
course.
a bit
Yeah.
Of
frustrating?
course.
Splinter Cell's getting a TV series, apparently.
Good.
Nice.
Mm.
Would have been nice.
If there's any
they
games out there
announced
that would suit, would suit a TV series, it's a thing. It's a game like Splinter Cell.
See, I'd agree with you,
Yes.
Lemming, but I'm like, can we have a fucking Splinter Cell game? Yeah.
That would be nice.
That
yeah.
too would be nice. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, here's the bad thing: we got the lead character of Splinter Cell in Rainbow Six Siege before we got a new Splinter Cell game.
Yeah, I know. I know, because live service bullshit. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. New DLC for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle: The Order of Giants. It's a story DLC. Slots into the main story pretty nicely. It's its own little doohickey. Probably best like in the middle of the main story, but
maybe.
from the looks of things, it could probably be tacked on as
From
like
what
extra.
I've seen, it's going to
Unfortunately.
take place during the Vatican chapter.
Mm.
So
Yes.
Ah.
I mean, it makes sense from
Yeah,
'cause,
it
know,
does.
you-
I
messing
think
about.
there were things happening in Rome, so probably.
yes.
But any reason to go back to that indie game is a good reason.
Yes. World of Tanks 2.0. That's
Oh, it's hitting 2.0. Holy shit!
yeah. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is also a thing now.
Yes, yes, it is.
Uh-oh. Birds being summoned.
Yeah.
Burr, the summoning.
This time it's my turn to. Blub, 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 blub.
I see kitty. Whenever I hear that, I always think of weird. Also, by Ron Gilbert has created a game, Death by Scrolling. Basically, it's an infinite scroller roguelike game where you kill enemies, collect gold, and avoid the Grim Reaper long enough to pay the ferryman's exorbitant river crossing fee to the afterlife. Which looks really fun, and because it's made by Ron Gilbert, it'll be very silly.
Karen always was a stingy bugger.
The game studio wearing the developers of Disco Elysium skin is also releasing a new game. Zero Parades. There is a reason why I described it like that.
no. I'm well aware of why you described it like that. I think we even covered that on the news a few years ago.
Yeah.
So it's making a game. Anyway, Unbeatable, a music game which is very much anti-establishment because great, lovely.
It
Ace.
has a demo. If you want to try, go ahead. I tried the demo, and it's way too noisy and too complex, too like difficult to play for me. So I'm giving up that game. But it looks and feels amazing for someone who is into that.
Yes. NSoft is trying a MMO tactical shooter by the name of Cinder City. Not quite sure how that's gonna pan out, but good luck.
Yeah, best of luck, guys.
Yep, and then we had a story trailer for Silent Hill F. And I know what a lot of people are going to be putting in the chat when somebody dies in live streams in this game.
I mean, I got the feeling that it's named that because of the first thing most streamers are going to say when they die. Like, Silent Hill, fuck!
It does look pretty damn creepy, so good luck,
Yeah,
horror
yeah.
gamers. And then there was EA's actually made a game, Shock Horror. It's a action game called Divina
Divina Commedia.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a play on Divine Comedy.
Based on
Yes.
Dante's Divine Comedy, yeah.
Yes, so you could probably tell what you're going to be doing.
And it looked like a lot of fun.
Yes.
Also, bears noting. Shout out to Jesse Cox for guessing the title
yeah.
before the end of the before the end of the trailer.
Because
Oh,
he
nice.
noticed what I didn't notice, which is the quote by Dante at the beginning of the trailer.
Well, the thing is, the way it was set up next to Silent Hill F, I could not tell where Silent Hill ended and the next game begun. So I was like, where?
What's going on?
I got a bit
I-
confused.
If that game is better than Dante's Inferno, it's already a win.
And then there's
Fair, yeah.
the Seven Deadly Sins Origin. That's anime.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Seven Deadly Sins is a very popular anime series.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah.
And,
Enshrouded
Crunchyroll.
is
Yeah.
Enshrouded is getting the survival crafting game. Enshrouded is getting its 7th update in October, which finally adds water to the game, and me and many others are fucking hyped because we did not know how King Games were going to handle water physics, because in a game built in voxels, water as a physics creature is it's certainly a challenge to program. Let's put
it's
it that
scary.
way.
Mm.
It's a scary creature, which is why up till now everything that would have been water in Enshrouded has been poop, or well, not poop. It's been mud, but you know, it looks like poop.
We
Or
get
it's
the meaning.
been covered in mold. It's been the horrible red mold, which kills you if you step in it. So it's
Covered in
gonna be nice.
mold.
Yeah, so it's going to be nice to actually get some water. Age of Empires 4 gets a new expansion and now is moving on to consoles. I'm not quite sure why you would play RTS on consoles, but I know people exist who do that, so good for you guys.
One of these days, I
Uh,
will actually play that game.
Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 now has a DLC where you hit well, you don't hit sticks. You hit metal with a big hammer, and you decorate your house, I think.
Yeah, you can be a blacksmith and you can build your forge.
Honestly, that I just want to play that game for that. What's the
Yeah.
main story, Precious? I just want to make metal.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play at least Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, because it's not a fantasy game; it's a historical game, and you do start as the son of a blacksmith.
Makes
So
sense.
Yeah.
this is why it makes sense to have a blacksmith DLC.
Yeah. New expansion for Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven. It's paid DLC. So
Nice.
you've got to buy it this time, but it's pretty large. You have a new area. Discover the blurb says, discover Woolhaven, return the lost souls of Woolhaven to their spiritual home, and learn the long-forgotten history of Lambkind. Rebuild the fallen town to its former glory and reclaim the mountain to restore Yigna's depleted power. But beware, there is always a price to be paid. There's something to do with rot as well, from what I was reading.
I think Cult of the Lamb was one of those games during Gamescom that had a crossover as well. Just don't remember what.
No, not this time.
No?
Nope, not this time.
Oh.
There was the announcement of the next World of Warcraft expansion, Midnight, or there's going to be housing in this one. Please open your wallets. I will not be doing that. Well, I will eventually go back to World of Warcraft because of the housing, but I will not be going back straight away. Go fuck yourself.
If our friend Mist wants to play that expansion, you can live voraciously through him.
Yes. Delta Force developer Team Jade is making a psychological horror
Ooh.
shooter where you could also be the monster. It's called Project Spectrum at the moment. It was interesting. I don't think it was too much of. It was too much of a too much of a cinematic trailer for me to really know anything about that. But it was certainly a thing.
It was certainly
Ghost
a
of
trailer of all time.
Yes, Ghost of Utah got a new nice trailer, but nothing else. Looks pretty cool. We like that. There was a lot of Resident Evil Requiem stuff going on, and I'm just gonna say there's parts in that sequence which really feared me, shall we say. There's some things that I really don't like, and it was touching on those things that I really don't like.
Don't blame you.
It hit you in the skeeved out zone.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was less skeeved out. There's like, it's difficult to explain where there's like horror, where you get scared by something, and then there's like, there's horror, and then there's like something deeply upsetting.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
there were some things in that trailer that were deeply upsetting to me, in a way that's like, I understand what they're doing, so so it's not like so I don't blame them for doing that, but for me personally, it's the closest I've got to a trigger kind of thing, and
Yeah,
it's
the
just a case of
disturbance
like,
thing.
yeah, it was like, don't like that.
Full speed ahead to the nope zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black Myth Zhao Kai is a sequel to Black Myth Zukong,
Wukong.
the monk. Yes, that's definitely a
Yeah,
thing.
at least-
Can you guys not be butthurt when somebody else wins Game of the Year this time, please? Please, and thank
ouch.
you.
Well, they might win a Game of the Year this time. Don't know if they will, but we'll see.
Yeah, but if they
No.
don't, they need. But if they don't, they need to be less butthurt
Chill.
about it.
They need to be.
Please
They
go on.
need to be
I don't
adults
think
about it.
I don't think they will win Game of the Year because Expedition 33 exists.
Well, no, but I mean, like, when of the game which they release comes out, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. And then there was Vampire the Masquerade 2, not Bloodlines 2, trying to exist. I say that, and I know there's going to be a lot of pushback from other people, but it's not Bloodlines 2. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
The original writing team was all fired. Everything they wrote was thrown out, and the Chinese room was put in and made something completely different.
Yeah.
And
It's not the spiritual successor to Bloodlines at all.
yes, there's a lot of strife about it still being called Bloodlines 2, even though it's not a sequel to Bloodlines at all anymore. I'm one of the people who think that they should have just cut their losses and done a completely different Vampire the Masquerade game, but
Yep.
Paradox had their dicks so deep into the hornet's nest that they couldn't pull out in time. So they're like, well, I guess this is stuck here, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. And they don't realize that this is going to kill them when they finally release it, because people who do not watch Gamescom and other big like trailers like this, yes, they do exist. They're gonna buy the game, expecting it to be Bloodlines. It's not going to be Bloodlines, and they're going to get dragged around the village square for it. And anybody with any brain can see this coming. Well, and I'm just going to say Paradox will get everything they deserve.
Yeah. that.
Anywho, there were some other things. Just not very much actually. There was Outer Worlds 2 got a new trailer. Ninja Gaiden 4 got a new story trailer. Chronos: The New Dawn, very interesting game, very Dead Space. It's Polish Dead Space. I was just gonna put it. That looked interesting. I will also not play it because I am a weenie. Neverness to Everness, some weird open world RPG supernatural urban thing. I think that was the one which had so many things going on at the same time. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And yeah, there are some other things, but Gamescom is a very, very big event. It is the new E3, essentially.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think Ebert's got something to say about Souls-like games. So I'll hand over to him while I get some light on in here.
Yeah, so there was, as you can probably tell, there was a lot of Souls-like games announced at Gamescom. And it got me thinking, like, about, I'm not going to mince words, the elitism that exists within that community and the kind of, their very, shall we say, precious mentality about how the difficulty of games should be maintained, and so on and so forth, all that bunk. And it kind of made me think, like, you know, you kind of what happens when the when is there's not simply just one Souls game coming out a year, but there's like, but like almost half feels like half the games announced are Souls games. What then?
Yes.
Are players expected to be like, okay, well, I guess we're not playing 50% of the games then, you know?
I mean, I'm not, because I don't find that kind of stuff interesting, and I have a huge backlog anyway, so I don't give a shit.
No, but
I mean, I have other games to play, but there is a point you're making.
yeah, the point I'm making is that they keep on being like all precious and be like, okay, games shouldn't have all these games should be hard. They shouldn't have any kind of accessibility. It's kind of hard to argue that your previously niche franchise should remain niche when it actually turns out has become the mainstream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would also posit that with how fraught the gaming industry has become in recent years, I don't think you can afford to waste I don't think you can afford to be picky on your audiences now. Now, what I mean by that is you can't afford to not capture an audience that you could easily capture. You get what I mean? If you if it's easy to put an accessibility mode in the game, you're leaving money on the table essentially. And I think in these current economic conditions, you cannot afford to do that anymore. You have
Yeah,
to.
I wanted to also add the fact that if there's since there's many Souls like games are being done, but they are done by many different studios that have different approach to what it means to be a Souls like game, or like what is the place of accessibility options in Souls like games, what it means to like be challenging yourself or overcoming adversities. So they would approach differently. One team would make a game that has availability options, another team would make a game that is even more balls to the wall hard. It all will differ much more than when it's only like from software doing those games. So that's also on top of that, because also those companies will want to like not only do the games that they want to play, but also the games that people will want to buy. So they might want to address those games and dedicate those games to wider spectrum of people.
Mm.
Mhm. I think I think it's important to realize that everybody's got their own spectrum of difficulty, and some people,
Yeah.
like one of one of our members present here today, has he already is on a harder difficulty mode as it is. Like, please don't make it any more difficult for him, kind of thing. His level of difficulty is already set at a different scale to ours. Please don't be a dick
Yeah,
about
like
him.
like I said, 12 APMs.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And people may say, "Oh, but that means that it's greater the reward that comes with the great overcoming the adversity." But what do you have to say to that?
Well, what I would like to say is, how dare you assume that everyone's adversity is the same? Like, what is a challenge to you to someone else is nothing. It's like spitting on the floor, or like I don't know, like a fart. And what is easy for you is very difficult for someone else. Don't assume that your level of overcoming adversity is the level of adversity to someone else. If the purpose of the game is for someone to challenge themselves, allow them to challenge themselves, not your arbitrary difficulty level.
Yeah, I'm also kind of like, when people are like, "Oh, it's got difficulty modes," and it's like, you don't have to use them. Why are you so upset about it? Like, It's like, do you walk into the ice cream parlor? Do you walk into an ice cream parlor and say that there's like, I don't know, strawberry ice cream in there, and then be like, oh, I don't like strawberry ice cream, but I am being forced to eat it because it exists. It's like what are you, 5?
It's also
Like,
the
go
fact.
out. Like,
It's just the fact that like or when they kind of complain about difficulty sliders, like, hey, newsflash, difficulty sliders means you can put those up to their maximum setting if you so wish.
yeah,
So I
exactly.
haven't played a lot of it. That's one of the good things about Doom Dark Age. Doom Dark Ages is the difficulty can be set however you want.
Yeah, I'll give Mass Effect credit of like I was trying to play the original game on normal difficulty because I was like, I'm a big girl now, I could play normal difficulty. I could not. There was some battles where it was like, you know what, I'm not having a good time kind of thing. So I put it back down to easy because I want to have a good time over like trying to prove myself, you know?
People
Yeah.
want to enjoy the video games they play.
I know,
Yeah,
crazy.
what I
What a
wanted to
thought.
add, sorry, what I wanted to add to that is, I would love to find out from multiple developers of Souls-like games of how do they, what is their opinion? How are they impacted by the fact of how toxic a lot of current fan base of the Souls-like games is? What
Mm.
how they feel about it, how does it impact them, Kitty,
Kitty!
and and also regardless of whether the developers are like, yeah, we're making games for those people, or we're making games in spite of those people, or like we're making games for ourselves, fuck these people. Either way, the toxic fan base should be just punted into the sun with extreme prejudice.
Yeah, I think personally, if you appeal to that kind of people, you deserve everything you get, really.
Yeah.
Because if you keep throwing meat to the alligators, do not be surprised when they turn around and take your hand off eventually. Because
Yeah,
that's what they'll do.
they will want
They
more
have
and more.
no loyalty.
I will the first day I see accessibility options in a Souls game, I like an actual like FromSoft Souls game, I am being very fascinated to see how the community reacts to that, and I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised if
they're gonna have shit show.
yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but there will never be an accessibility option in a FromSoft game.
In that case, they don't deserve Game of the Year. I'm very sorry, but them's the rules, in my opinion. I'm very sorry, but if your game doesn't have accessibility options, you have failed to actually to appeal to any to even a modicum of accessibility, and your game doesn't deserve Game of the Year. I've said this multiple times. It's a hill I will fucking die on, and yeah, sorry, that's my rule.
No, it's okay, and we agree with you.
Oh, no, I know, but it's just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of very passionate at this point because people say like, "Oh well, what about this? What about this?" I'm sorry, no, it doesn't get Game of the Year. Prince of Persia, played the game full. Like you guys saw me play it. I didn't skip any segments, but that game allows you to literally skip segments if you find it too hard. I'm not going to belittle someone for doing that. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because-
it's a shame that game didn't win anything because it was a brilliant game. It was maybe the best Metroidvania I've ever played.
I think it's the best
Yeah,
Metroidvania in
so.
recent years. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm also going to point out if I'm gonna die on this hill actually. If you consider speedrunning a legitimate form of playing the game, then skipping sections of a game that is too difficult for you should also count. You can't have it both ways. If speedrunners can skip sections in order to beat the game quicker, then people skipping sections because it's too hard also counts.
Yeah. Logic doesn't lie there.
It all comes down, as I said before multiple times, it comes down to I suffered, so you should suffer.
Yeah. It's basically.
Or
It
ego
basically
stroking.
comes-
Oh, look at me, I'm better than you.
Yeah, it literally comes back to in the playground getting like bullied by the bigger folks, and you're going, I'll show them. I'll be the best video game player anywhere, and I'm gonna put my pain and suffering I had when I was a child and inflict it on others, kind of thing. That's what you sound like. That's what you
Yep.
sound like. That sounds like
Yeah.
you've never grown up since high school, and you're pathetic. You're a pathetic loser, and the sooner
Yeah.
you realise this and grow the fuck up, the better you'll feel.
Is there more from Gamescom?
I feel like there wasn't. I forgot. Well, there was the Future Gaming Show with David Hayter and
Yeah.
Maggie Robertson.
Okay, before we
And
get
they
in,
were
before we get into that, there's a news article that I want to mention earlier. That I just want to quickly cover. Then we can get into that and discuss that because I don't want to end on something negative. Article today came out, which I thought was like a very thing to me. This is different from the main topic, by the way, everyone. Nintendo reportedly says Nintendo is almost discouraging Switch 2 development as studios are told to launch games on Switch 1 and rely on backwards compatibility instead.
Why?
This is according to Digital Foundry, and this is an article that I've found on IGN. Nintendo is restricting its supply of Switch 2 development hardware and instead telling some studios to launch their titles on Switch 1 games as they can be played via backwards compatibility. This has sparked frustration among a number of developers, including at least one major AAA studio, unable to launch a Switch 2 native version of their game while hardware is given to some indie creators, including the team behind a Campfire Simulator.
So what you're saying is I'm kind of justified in not getting a Switch 2 yet.
Yeah. And I'm like, so I bought a Switch 2. Great. So why did I buy that again?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you bought the Switch 2
Yeah.
and now Nintendo, because of that, Nintendo is kicking you in the balls.
Well, it
Yeah,
kind
this is kind of how I.
this kind of feels like classic Nintendo of like, oh, we want to appeal to like the wide demographic. Like, if you weren't ready for the next generation, you shouldn't release a fucking console.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the thing is, the only thing that made me want to buy a Switch 2 was the new Mario Kart game because I wanted to play with everyone else.
Great, okay. Oh, and to everyone who's in the chat and in the comments saying, I told you so about getting a Switch 2, what? If someone announces a new console, you're not going to buy the fucking new console of your favorite console. Yeah, that.
Look, to be honest, everybody needs to go through their 3DS time. Everybody's got to get the 3DS get the 3DS and on like launch day like I did, and you then experience like, oh, Nintendo's not very good with this sometimes.
I mean, we've got the same thing with Wii U. How many times is Nintendo gonna do the same stupid
It's every other console. Come on.
Yeah.
But why? Please,
I
Nintendo,
don't know why.
get your
Because
fucking
we-
shit
Well,
together.
This is more.
We, the audience, are fools and keep buying them.
This is more artificial because it's like this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you want your Switch 2 to be a success, maybe create games that people then want to buy the Switch 2
Yeah.
for.
You know what the awful thing is? This is the exact same thing that happened with the 3DS.
Yep.
Except at
Yeah.
least the 3DS got games made for it. There just wasn't very many launch titles for it.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty!
Some of my favorite games were 3DS games. Like there was a remake of Ace Combat 2, which was sillily called Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy Plus. Despite the fact that it had nothing to do with Ace Combat Assault Horizon, it was a remake of Ace Combat 2. But it was still a great game. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, I mean, the Switch 2 has got like GameCube games looking up for it, but at the moment there's nothing there that I can't just find a ROM for and emulate that I need. If they want something, if they want to pull punters in, and I've said it now on the record twice for two different things. One, get fucking Rogue Squadron and Rebel Strike on there, please, thank you. And two,
She will
you
literally
get
order one right now if you did that.
I will. Yes, I will do that. And also, second, do Mario Kart Double Dash with the online features that you did with Mario Kart 64, and then I will not be able to like resist, because I say to people like, Mario Kart Double Dash is not a good Mario Kart game. However, it is unique enough and silly enough, and quite a lot of actual things that happened in Mario Kart Double Dash got carried on to the future games, and that's why I love the shit out of it, kind of thing. And it's also nostalgic for me. as well. It's not a great Mario Kart game, but I think people need to experience Double Dash because it's just so silly. It's also where Baby Park. This is where Baby Park comes from. And guess what? Baby Park has 7 laps. Have fun. I will play
We
Baby
do
Park.
every time we play Mario Kart.
I play Baby Park, and I specifically choose the Bowser Cup. I specifically choose Bowser and his son because the item that you get, the giant Bowser shell, goes over the middle, and completely destroys everybody. Have fun.
Sounds
I
hilarious.
just want to do that in real life. But yeah, that's the only thing I'll get Switch 2 for at the moment.
Yeah, that's my little bit
Anyway.
of news. On to the future game show.
All right, yes, we're gonna try and rapid fire these, but knowing me, I will talk about a lot. First one was Hell Let Loose Vietnam. It's the Vietnam
Oh
War.
yeah. Hell Let Loose
Yes.
is a free to play. Well, the original Hell Let Loose is a free to play online shooter based in the Second World War. It's realistic. It's kind of like it's semi-armor esque. You start on a starting base. You get to deploy as your characters, and you just you run around. You can get in tanks. You can get in all sorts of stuff as you level up your characters. And it's a realistic battlefield situation based in World War II. They've taken that and they're okay. We're going to do Vietnam now.
Makes sense. Age of Memories is a JRPG. Is it JRPG? By Midgar Studio. Looks pretty nice, actually. Den of Wolves. Basically Payday, but in Cyberpunk. That's there if you want to. Skate.
I would.
The next game in the Skate franchise it still exists.
Yeah, and also it's the first one we've had for 10 years. So
Yes. 1348 Ex Voto, which is a third-person action adventure about an odyssey of honor and justice across 14th century Italy. I constantly embarrass myself because I keep looking at the main character and I'm not sure what gender they are, so I'm just going to say they're they.
Fair.
More stuff about Resident Evil Requiem. Good. I wish I could. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could say more. I no.
yeah, go for it.
Goddess of Victory, Nike X Capcom, gacha and gacha games where your waifus shoot people.
I think it's either Nike or Nike. I don't know which, but it's another gacha game like the other one I talked about.
I assume it's Nike because that's the Goddess of Victory in Greek mythology.
Yeah, I'm gachaphobic. I will not be saying their names correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that. It's
Hell
just a case of yay, more waifus.
Yeah. Hell is Us, a third-person action adventure game. I don't know very much about this, but I think I read an article about the dev wanting to do more realistic quest stuff. So you pick up quests more. Like you can't do certain things in quests if you haven't spoken to somebody about a particular thing, which I think might be quite interesting. But we'd have to see this. In practice. Blood of the Dawnwalker, something that I'm actually quite interested in. It's a Polish game. It's a vampire action RPG. In the daytime you are a normal person and in the nighttime you are a vampire.
That looks really interesting. I was very interested in that.
Yeah, you have several days to save your family, kind of thing. And the time only moves when you do quests, which I think is very interesting.
It is great because it does give you this urgency of like managing what quests you're doing, but also it gives you the freedom and doesn't give you anxiety for just walking around and seeing.
Yeah, it just lets you chill out some things, which I very much like.
Yeah.
Deer and Boy, a puzzle platformer that is absolutely going to break people's hearts.
Yeah.
Dark Switch,
Also, I just wanted to remind people that when Deer and Boy was announced, the David Hayter made the joke about Metal Gear.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
Dark Switch, a vertical city builder. This is essentially Frostpunk, but fantasy world where the fog wants to kill you this time.
Ah.
I didn't get on
No
with it
thanks.
when I played the demo. I can definitely see the appeal. I did not get on with it though, because one, I don't think it's my kind of game. I think it's more Ebac's kind of game, and also two other things. The UI is tiny. You cannot resize the UI, which is a problem. And two, if you miss the tutorial messages the first time, you cannot get it back, which is unhelpful. If it tells you how to mark an area for your woodcutters to chop down wood, and then you accidentally click out of the dialogue. You click out of the dialogue because you don't need it right now, and then you need it again because the UI is not that helpful, and you cannot find the tutorial messages again.
Having gameplay be learn or die is not a good way to keep players.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't good. Please allow me to get the tutorial messages back, please and thank you. Lost Rift, which is it's a survival shooter and maybe some extraction gameplay. It's very generic. There's AI elements in it. It's only for icons, if I remember correctly, from the Steam store, but it looks very generic. Ever Siege, Untold Ages. It says it's a top-down action strategy roguelike, but it looks very MOBA to me. Also, I think there's tower defense involved. Looks cool. Not for me though. Thank you. Monsters Are Coming. Rock and Road. It's a roguelite where you defend a mobile tower from hordes of enemies. Also, Lemmingus died again.
No, it's my camera.
Oh no.
Fair.
Brand new camera. Why don't you work properly?
I have a feeling it is not the camera. It might be your system, unfortunately.
Yeah, I need to start getting a new one in place.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So that's also a thing. Oh, this is a very nice picture of you.
Yeah, it is.
Dreams of Another is a shooter themed around creative destruction, with a style of pixel jank, I think it was called. It's a really nice, interesting aesthetic. To me, it is. I find
Ugly
it
as sin.
repulsive. Yeah, I find it very ugly. I wish it the best with the people who like it. Honestly, good luck.
Yeah. Just I could call it ugly as sin, but still also be like it's fine because
Yes.
there'll be people who like it, and that's fine. But yeah, just it's ugly as I don't like it one bit.
Yeah, no, I completely understand what the developer was going for it with the art style, but it's just not for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
13Z, the Zodiac Trials, kinetic hack and slash roguelike, where you are some Zodiacs trying to become one of the Zodiacs. It wasn't exactly clear.
I was trying to give it a go. It's a third person roguelite. It's not for me. It looks cute and everything, but definitely not my piece of gaming.
And then Pizza Bandit. It's a third-person shooter where you hunt bounties and also make pizza. I have a feeling
Nice.
somebody thought this would be a great idea, and it's gonna be it's going to do either one really good and it's going to do one concept really good and the other concept really badly, or both ideas very, very badly.
Yeah, I think that game was also announced at the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, I remember seeing it the first time and going, this looks really silly, and then looking at it again, I'm like,
Yeah.
Recur. It's a side-scrolling puzzler. I don't know why it hasn't given me a picture. That's not very nice.
It's the game that you are the mailman.
Oh yeah, you're the
and you
postman,
can
aren't you?
reverse time. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the postman who, if you go forward, time flows forward, and if you walk backwards, time goes
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah.
Really love the idea of that. It looks really cool.
It's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually.
it looks super fun.
Yeah. Servants of the Lake, another entry
Rusty
into the
Lake.
Rusty Lake
Yes.
series. So good for you. Hyperlight Breaker, a new update for it. That's great. It's the Double Down update. I think there's co-op or something.
A game that I would be even worse at than Hyperlight Drifter.
I don't know anything about it except I think Davis of Scary Game Show fame likes it. I think he likes Hyperlight.
Davis.
I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm an old woman now.
Yeah.
And then there's BPM, Bit Crushed. It's the next game from Bullets Per Minute creator.
Oh yeah, that's what BPM stands for.
It is a pixel art roguelite rhythm shooter. And you can put your own imported music in if you want to hurt yourself. Or make things easier for you. It's up to you. And then Hotel Barcelona. Created by Swery. Yes, that's Swery. It's definitely a sweary game. Basically, you are a woman with an axe, and for some reason, there's all of America's serial killers are living in this one hotel. It's up to you to kill them. It's a sweary game. What can I say?
I'm in.
Yeah. Chronos: A New Dawn. I've already spoken about. Very much. It's dead. It's Polish Dead Space.
Yeah,
And
Bloober
also
Team is
time travel.
back to their old habit of copying someone's ideas, but maybe it's gonna be interesting.
No. It's different this time, Bert, because it's time traveling, and you get to pet the cat.
Oh yeah, you get to pet the cat.
You get
Yes.
to pet the cat.
Oh,
It's very
that's
important.
that's
You're nice.
better.
Yeah, you don't
It's
pet the cat in Dead Space.
Yeah, they do say. The devs do say you have to be nice to animals, and I'm like,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yes.
Good.
Town to City is a Mediterranean city builder, which looks really cute. Except I
Yes.
don't think I can get past the voxel aesthetic. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sag. Fellowship is basically Fellowship is a game if you took the dungeons out of World of Warcraft and made them an entire game, which is great if you like that sort of thing. Less so if you don't. I mean, I'm like, half of me is like, that would be really cool with a group of friends, and then half of me is like, yes, but could I sustain this personally? And I'm kind of half and half kind of thing. If somebody asked me to play Fellowship, I would jump in. I don't know if I would find it out on my own though. And then we have an update for Dome Keeper, with a brand new multiplayer mode. There is now a plane.
No,
And
that's
then
just people with really, really shitty cars down my street.
Fair enough. And then there's Discounty. It's a life simulator game where you manage a small town supermarket. And there's also shit going on, because there always is in games like this.
Yeah.
Looks very cute, not my kind of thing. Never liked. I am one of those weird people who, whenever cozy games are like, you can run your own store, and like, I would rather die. I would rather turn into a turnip. I hate it. I don't want to engage in the capitalism.
Stop trying to gamify jobs.
Yes.
I would want to see people who like games about gamifying jobs, like Lewis or David, who love like the what was that TCG shop simulator?
Yeah, I get the appeal.
I want
but
to
for
know their
me-
opinion about.
Yeah, I mean, I get the appeal, but I think I've
Discounty.
worked. I think after working like McDonald's for like part-time McDonald's on Saturdays for like a year, I've had enough. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I am not built as a salesperson. I exist to till the farm and eat berries. Tormented Souls 2. is a thing. More survival horror. Gee, there's a lot of horror games coming out right now. I wonder why. Um,
It's that
God,
time of
Death,
the year.
yeah, God, Death and Reapers, an action RPG with extraction mechanics. It's basically Tarkov, but you
But
are a
fantasy.
Reaper and you kill people.
Yeah. I'm really interested in that game, but I cannot get through the fact that they forgot the comma in the title
Yes,
screen. But-
the lack of comma in the title pissed me the hell off.
yeah.
Anyway, there's a new Sticks game. Hurrah! Sticks
Oh, good.
Blades of Greed.
I
For
mean,
when you want to
Styx is a
stealth
really
stab.
great series because it's a brilliant stealth game.
Mm.
For when you want to stab with a Brooklyn Goblin.
Yes.
And then
And then
there's
hide the
Anno.
body in the acid.
And then there's Anno 70
117.
117. Fuck it, I don't. Pax Romana.
Yeah.
It's an Anno game. Yay! And also You Are the Romans. And there's also some interesting colonial.
You are Romans colonizing Britain.
You're gonna have to deal with some interesting colonial issues there.
Oh,
sir.
look!
You-
A
you
large
have to-
orange hedge walking towards us. That's
You'll
not
have to
a
fight-
hedge, that's
you'll
the
have to-
Scots.
You'll have
Yeah.
to fight the swamp people.
Yeah. Don't worry though. This is what I think is a Ubisoft game. So none of the like issues of colonialism will be explored at all.
Yeah,
Because
no.
you know the studio that really just loves abusing its employees would never explore like intricacies of colonialism.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops! Did I say that out loud?
Whoops. But it is a good title to get into Anno games if you're interested in them.
Yes, and then there was a montage of ones to play. American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 are finally making their way to consoles, which is good. That's a good place for them to be. Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, War Sails DLC, boats, Vikings.
Woo!
Wild Blue, if you want Star Fox, because Nintendo won't give it to you, yes. What that I'm interested in, even though I am not a horse girly by any stretch of the imagination, Windstorm, the Legend of the Kimori. It's a horse riding adventure where you are a courier in 13th century Mongolia. And I'm like, interesting.
It's a super fun game. I hope it's gonna be Death Stranding, but on horseback.
Like I said, not a horse girly, but I'm really interested. I'm one of those people who really likes look into different cultures and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Mongolia at that time, like, it tickles the brain cells good.
Yeah.
Bounty Star. This is basically mechs, but in a Western environment.
Setting. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yes. Tower and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. We've seen this before, but it's an anime action roguelite. It looks cute, but from what Burr was saying, can be quite repetitive.
Yes, I gave it a chance, and it is very repetitive, and I didn't like it in the end. It is very cute, and it's really well voiced as well. So good position if you like roguelikes. I don't.
Shape of Dreams. It's a rogue. It says here it's a MOBA roguelike fusion game, where you explore an ever-changing dream world. There are some very cool anime characters. No, not anime characters. Furry characters. I'm mixing the two together. But that's not it. No, you have to do better than that. And there's Reach, the VR game where you are jumping about. It's like Mirror's Edge, but lots more fantasy kind of stuff, and you have a bow. Looked kind of cool, actually, but I don't have a VR thingy, so I couldn't tell you very much. Little Nightmares 3 getting a Deluxe edition.
Somebody tell Mist.
Yeah. Lost Helden is a JRPG.
It's a very pretty JRPG, and I'm interested in that one.
Yeah. Serial World is a roguelike deck builder where you collect and wield the powers of adorable creatures. Phantom Blade Zero, Kung Fu Souls-like.
Another
And
one.
how many have we had now?
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
Witchspire, which I'm quite interested in, although I'm very annoyed that it didn't show any gameplay. Magic infused survival game, and that got me like, oh whoa. But no gameplay as of yet, so I'm a little annoyed about that. It's just like would have been nice to see you actually had anything that wasn't just breaking my heart with that little owl. How dare you? Active Matter, a mind-bending extraction shooter, where you play as an operative stuck in a time loop.
Time
Interesting.
travel Tarkov. Wonderful.
Maybe. Pragmata, you are a mech man, adventuring inside a space station, and you have to look after a little girl who is also an android and hacks people. You
Interesting.
shoot them, she hacks. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
like the
that-
fact that the android is a little girl, but that's just me.
I'm interested, but I want to see where it goes before I invest in it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And
Same.
then last but not least, Halloween the game.
Yeah.
Murder. It's stealth based.
Yes. You are Mike Myers out of.
You are either Mike
Shrek.
Myers or you are trying to escape from Mike Myers.
Yes.
I am not sure.
Here's the thing.
Am I?
Go on.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Well, what I'm going to say is that here's the thing, developers of Halloween. There's this game. It's called Dead by Daylight. You know,
Well, in fairness, it is made by Ilphonic.
My only question is, how can it be a stealth game with Michael Myers? He's never really been particularly stealthy. He just walks slowly at his enemies.
I don't think.
Well, I think that probably means that you are the stabbies.
Yeah.
Screaming at the teenagers in his Scottish accent, "Get out of my swamp!"
Get off my lawn, you fucking kids.
What are our thoughts in general then about Gamescom? Let's wrap it up. What's our thoughts generally about Gamescom on this
I
show?
really enjoyed Gamescom. Actually,
Yeah.
there was some new games that I'm very interested in, and I just think it was nice to get a celebration of games after all the fucking shit that's been going on.
Yeah.
Seeing the news come in was fun. Seeing all the hype over certain games and the abject destruction of other games. Looking at you, Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Their trailers have not been doing well.
No.
I mean, I had particular fun when certain games were announced. We're just being in like typing in people's DMs, like, "Did you see this thing?" kind of thing.
It was fun. It's
Yeah.
nice.
That was,
There was-
that was very fun.
Some games were really great for everyone. Like I think we're all excited for Lego Batman.
Very light year for me, but I'm not too bad upset about that. I'm enthusiastic, and yeah, it was good. It was a fun event. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was especially Future Games Show was fun to watch with David Hayter and Maggie Robertson like
Riffing each
joking.
other.
Yeah, like they had really good chemistry.
Yes.
My only issue is I'm useless with calendars, so I never know when an event is coming up, and nobody tells me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's none of you. It's not your fault.
We'll
I
try
will
to
admit-
remember next time.
Yeah, I only remember Gamescom coming up because it's a very yearly event. I've always wanted to go to Gamescom, but the thing about Gamescom is that it is fucking enormous. It is E3 big. It is a huge
Yeah.
show floor thing because E3 is very much was I say I say is like it's still around, like its corpse is being puppeted around somewhere. E3 was a very I think the very first day is probably trade show. But then the rest of it was very like PR, kind of like peacock strutting around kind of thing. Gamescom is very much a trade show kind of thing.
Yeah.
It has gotten more public facing over the years, but Gamescom itself is extremely trade show, very I don't want to say insular because it's not insular, but like there's a lot going on in Gamescom.
The way E3 used to be before they opened their doors.
Yeah, exactly. Like Gamescom is like really, really big, and I would always caution people going to Gamescom. I would love to go to Gamescom to see that, but like it is fucking enormous.
I mean,
Prepare thyself.
I would love to be a person that would enjoy going to Gamescom, because the small diddums that is UK Games Expo overwhelms me on occasions, and there's only 50,000 people, whereas in
Oh yeah,
Gamescom is like a million people.
Gamescom is millions of people, like really, and also
Yeah,
like because it's attended by like the big hitters now. It's real big now because Gamescom
yeah,
used to be. You'd sometimes see like some of the big leagues, but they always went to E3. Now we're getting big dogs like Blizzard in now, and
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
big place. I think if I ever went to Gamescom, I would want to go with friends because like
Yes.
And also, Gamescom happens on European time, which is great for us.
thank fuck. You know, it's at least
Yeah.
like okay, okay, Gamescom. When is your opening ceremony? It's at 7 p.m. BST. Thank you, thank you, Gamescom, for being normal.
Yeah.
Whilst America's like, yeah, it's in the bumfuck middle of night. It's just like, why?
Please don't.
It's just like, but it's time zones. Well, you're American. You should have fixed that.
Sorry about that.
Yes, I am making that. I am making that your problem. Okay.
Of course you are.
I actually went to Gamescom a few years ago. That was quite fun when I went there.
Did you actually go?
Yeah, we're talking We're talking like 10 years ago. I went to Gamescom. Back when it was in
I did
Earl's
not know
Court.
Before it became the juggernaut that it is today.
Pretty much, yeah. It was fun. It's just that I went there for university. It was really fun going there with people. Then I went the next year on my own, and it was okay, but I missed the company.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've been to when EGX still used to go to Birmingham. I've been there a couple of times on my own, and you can go to those things on your own, but the vibe is different, kind of thing. It's real different going on
Absolutely.
your own to
Yeah.
being with friends. Like, you kind of really need company, kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
would
to
be
say if you
really.
want to go to these things on your own, that's perfectly fine. I just think the vibe is a little bit better with friends.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. It would be so amazing to go together on something like that, but definitely not on such a big event.
Yeah, maybe not Gamescom.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a joke going around where Rami Ishmael took the wrong turning inside Gamescom, and Jesse Cox was like, "We lost him. We've lost him to the back rooms."
Oh no.
He said, "I'll be taking 20 years to get out of here."
Yeah, but the interesting thing is there are two Gamescons actually at the pretty much same time, because Gamescom start a week earlier, but the first like days, the work days of Gamescom, those are the closed door Gamescom for the tradespeople, where they meet and talk business and such. So it's like the E3 before they started letting in the press and the public, and only the weekend Gamescom is the public event for everyone to like go to the expo halls and play the games and stand in the queues. Oh god, I can just imagine people standing for like 6 to 8 hours in the queue to play Silksong.
Yes, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, shall we wrap up the show?
Yeah, I will just say though, there was a demo for a firefighting game. Not only on Gamescom though, boo. But I really liked the
Yeah, it
look of
would
it.
be really
That
interesting.
was good shit. Firefighting, good. It's I think it's Firefighting Simulator Ignite, which looks cool. Anyway,
There's just one game that I wanted to mention. I don't remember whether we've mentioned it. Planeten Kommandant.
oh yeah, the big fucking cannon thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes.
yeah, the
You
one
used
that
to say the
was
big fucking cannon
yeah,
thing, and I said, yes.
the Fallout aesthetics, but you control big Kanonen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the little I know it's like, hey, you gotta use the cannon to defend your home. It's like I just want to play with all the little doodads. Okay.
That did look fun. But that's going to be it from us this week at the this month at the Command Dance Podcast. We don't do this weekly. We do this monthly.
The Commandante Dance Podcast.
But we'll be back next time talking probably about the homogenization of video games. I'd get that word out. And I want to thank, of course, my friends for joining me. I want to thank Burr, Lemming, and Cheddar for being here. I want to thank you, the audience, for watching us, and Drifting Lighters also for being in the chat. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.